So last Saturday I made a video about the rumored PlayStation All-Star sequel. Again, let's stress it's just a rumor at this point, so take it with a grain of salt and all that stuff, right? Well, the individual that we were talking about that was giving this information in last Saturday's video, we ended that video with him showing or him tweeting out that his next PlayStation All-Star sequel update will be next Wednesday. Well, that next Wednesday happened to be yesterday. So, was there in fact an update for the PlayStation All-Star sequel? The rumored sequel? Well, I happened to reach out to him and I kind of said, yo, hey, just curious to know if you heard anything more about that rumored sequel or not. He got back to me pretty quickly and he did say that he has reached out and he will await a response. Luckily, we didn't have to wait too much longer for that response because I think about an hour after that reply, he tells us this. And the news you've all been waiting for. Sony has signed a deal with a developer who pitched the All-Star sequel for funding on a game. I'm going to circle back to that. However, that doesn't instantly mean the game is greenlit. We won't find out until late January/early February until the finalized pitch. So yeah, let's circle back to that. Funding on a game. Now, does that mean it might not be a PlayStation All-Star sequel game? Like, could it be something else entirely? Like, it's a little bit, the wording seems a little strange, but luckily he does have a follow-up tweet here where he says, what this means, Sony will fund a fighter from said developer, but it might not be the All-Stars sequel. Aw. Things are said to be, quote-unquote, looking in their favor, though. All right, I mean, I guess that's good news, right? It's looking in their favor. So if you pitch, hey, we want a PlayStation All-Star sequel, Sony says, all right, yeah, we'll fund a fighting game for you, but we want to see one more pitch from you guys. I guess we'll take it as positive right now, but again, this is just a rumor. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. I don't want anybody to feel betrayed because this might not turn out to be correct. So, yeah, I want to look at that tweet one more time here. Sony will fund a fighter from said developer, but it might not be an All-Stars sequel. Now, the first thing that popped in my head, I actually had two thoughts, but the first thing was, what if it isn't a PlayStation All-Star sequel? What if it's a reboot? Do we technically qualify a reboot as a sequel? I don't think so. At least I don't believe so. But so maybe it's just PlayStation All-Stars rebooted, but, you know, with the, you know, updates and changes and stuff like that, you know, take out the super only kill strategy. Like, no. Just do what Smash does and then make changes and adjustments from there to make it feel like your own version of a platform fighter. But what if it's not a PlayStation All-Star sequel? What if it's not even a platform fighter? They said they got funding for a fighter, so what if it's more of a traditional kind of fighter, like a Mortal Kombat or a Tekken or a Street Fighter? I guess those options are on the table for now. Again, we're going to have to sit back and wait until we get some more information. Again, late January/early February. And I will bring you that information once it comes out into the wild. But in the meantime, we got a little bit more news that I didn't cover in last Saturday's video. So same individual here that tells us that the PlayStation All-Star sequel is currently awaiting the green light from Sony. However, he's been shared a new piece of news. All characters will have several skins of their various timelines. For example, Greek and Norse Kratos, those will both be skins apparently. I'm circling back to that because I got a couple tweets that are kind of, you'll see, we'll circle back to it. But Greek and Norse Kratos are skins, and then Dante and Devil May Cry Dante, so the one we don't want and then the one we do want. So those are supposed ideas for skins. So, okay, all right, cool. But going back to the Greek Norse Kratos, somebody kind of asking that same thing. What? But two Kratos with two different movesets is much better idea than one Kratos, right? It's kind of like the Young Link, Toon Link, regular Link in Smash Bros, right? You got three different Links, and they play somewhat differently from each other, right? So, okay, all right, cool. Maybe we could have Kratos. One is the more Blades of the Blades of Chaos, and then the Ragnarok version. The new one is more Leviathan Axe. there's plenty of abilities in Ragnarok and 2018 that you can pull the Leviathan axe from. So yeah, it could happen, and he does say in that response there that they'll have both versions, including both movesets. But that response, they'll have both versions. Does that seem, maybe I'm reading too much into this, and maybe if I am, this is on me, but does this seem more like a confirmation that they'll have both versions? So what I'm saying is, since to me that seems like a confirmation, this tweet was from December 17th, but check out this one from December 12th, 5 days earlier, where somebody says, are we going to see the OG Kratos or the new Kratos? And this guy replies, I would assume both. So 5 days earlier, he's assuming, and then 5 days later, seems like a guarantee that they'll have both. Maybe I'm reading the tweet wrong, and if I am, I apologize. That one's on me. But so you go from, all right, I'm assuming, to, now they're gonna have both. But then, you tell us that Greek and Norse Kratos are only gonna be skins. That's like saying, like Toon Link is a skin and Young Link is a skin in Smash. No, they're actually their own individual characters, right? So what does that mean for Dante and Devil May Cry Dante? Are we gonna have two different Dante characters? I hope not. But I don't know. It does raise a few questions. So I just wanted to share that. That's what I have. That is the update for this video. But again, before we go, I do want to state that I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. So please approach this with caution. This is just a rumor. This is not a leak. I know a lot of people love to throw the word leak around. Actually, many people don't really know what the word leak actually means, but this is just a rumor for now, so approach with caution. And if there's any further updates, even if we have to wait till end of January / early February, I will bring you guys those updates, because I know there's many of you that are very interested in hearing what could potentially become a PlayStation All-Star sequel. Either way, that is all that I got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.